Hey, this is Perry. Thanks for watching. This video is going to be about my Bugout bag. Now, many of you know I'm a truck driver, and so I'm on the road all the time. I run the whole U.S. And so you never know. Most likely I break down, I'm in my truck, I've got heat, I've got everything I need. But if something were to happen where I didn't have heat, I didn't have, I definitely have shelter in the truck, but let's say something happens and you don't. Anyway, so I just carry a bag with me. It's mostly just for my own personal, mental health that I have it with me. But first thing I have is a trauma bag. You never know if you run across an accident on the freeway. So this has got everything I need in it for a trauma abdominal, nice small EDC kit. It just got some band-aids and Pepto-Bismol, tape, ibuprofen stuff in it. But it's a nice little carrying case. It's just something that's quick and easy that I can take with me. And it straps on the back. And this is a little bitty small pack. This is just a little bitty small pack. But of course I have a flashlight that's pretty bright. It does all kinds of different funky things. But basically it expands, and it's a really fancy, it's not a fancy, it's a cheap flashlight, but it definitely is bright and is great if you need to light up an area at night. Some of the other things I have in here that I think are good is I have some fire tinder. So I've got some packing material, some straw. I've got a Zippo. Basically, it's infused. It's basically particle board pressed together in a Zippo makes, and it's basically infused with stuff that'll light up. And then I've got some of the lighter gels for cooking, and of course some more of the Dave Canterbury Mini Inferno. But these little cookie cubes, there's a lot of different ways to start fires or keep fires or to hook stuff up. So I use all these, and it's just I have it all in a Ziploc bag, and it's nice and secure. Then I have the Pathfinder compass, the Pathfinder cup and canteen. This is a single wall canteen, so you can actually boil water in this and have this. I've got the metal that goes with it, so you can actually use this over a fire. You can boil water, cook some food that way. So it's easily collapsible, and it's easily storable. So it's just some stuff that I can carry easily and keep it in the bag. Again, I use okay, so we use this, as a water carrying device, a cooking device. So with the fire starter and something to cook in, you've got that taken care of. I like to use this packing material not only for fire, but I like to keep it in here as kind of a quieting device to keep the noise down when hiking, if you're having to hike this stuff around. So you can, it stays kind of quiet, it's not rattling around. Because sometimes you have to, you don't want people to hear you marching around through the woods if you're in a situation where someone might be looking for you. So let's see. One of the other things that I have is course, a compass to use, and here is some 550 cord, but it's the fire cord, so it's got the extra strand. I think it's some kind of waxed jute twine that you use, and you just cut it and fray it, and it'll start up, help you with the fire starter. But it also is good to have just for stringing stuff up if you need to tie something up. Now another item I have that's kind of just something I put together is a little fishing kit. I just use one of these waterproof boxes that have a little seal to keep it. In here I've got a ferrule rod and a striker. It's got a compass on it, and it also has a whistle on the end. I have the Ready-Man stove that they came out with. It's 4 pieces that hook together, and basically you can make a little wood stove and stoking the bottom. Then it also has all the other items for fishing, hunting. That Ready-Man puts some knives and saws and stuff, fish hooks. So that's in there, and then of course just a regular Ready-Man survival card that's not part of the knife section, but it's got the arrowheads and the tri-tip for the spear. But I have that in there. I also have just a single wafer, because if I just want to take this with me fishing, you know, I've got a way to make fire and to cook. So in this little bag that I have, I also have just some fish hooks, different sizes, a couple different sizes of fish hooks, some little weights, and then some different things to help with hooking everything together with your fishing line. Now I also have some Titan paracord that has fishing line, copper wire, fire starter, plus the regular 6 strands in it. So I think that's it's all good stuff to have if you needed to make a fishing kit up to do some fishing. So my dad put this stuff together. He had it laying around, so we just put one, kind of put it together. And so then what do you use if you actually want to do fishing? I mean, what do you... Alright, so my dad helped me put that together. It's just a little kit, basically simple stuff now. For a fishing rod, of course, you can use many different things. But I bought one of these fishing rod pins. Now, it says that it will hold up to 100 pounds, although the very first one I got broke right away. So it's just a real small fishing pole, and then it's got a place for the a rod that goes on, that comes with it and locks in place, and basically you can use that and do some fishing out in the creek if you needed to. It's more of a novelty, but for something that's compact, that's easily to transport around, I think that it's not a bad little thing to have in a Bugout bag, just something to have around. So let's see. Here is the reel, and it just hooks on there, and you make yourself it's got line on it, and you just weight it up, put some stuff you need on it. Got a collapsible water bottle to carry water around. Titanium spork to eat with. That's always good just to have in your bag. Got me some wool socks to keep your feet warm. Of course, I've got another of the emergency blankets, and another secondary Sawyer water kit. So for purifying water. We've got a few of the New Millennium Orange and Cherry energy bars. They have about 400 calories and each, so you know, just something if you needed a little extra protein. And then I have this Neuter emergency survival bag. It's basically a full sleeping bag made out of Mylar, like the balloon, but you can get inside of it. And Endure is the name of the company. And so, you know, I have that in there because I won't have a sleeping bag or anything with me. But if you were in a situation where you needed to be, you know, you've got something that you can keep warm in. And it's got camo on one side and orange on the other side. So you can definitely use it to help signal. This little backpack is pretty nice. It does open all the way up, flat. So there I've got a little MRE extra. I've got a water bladder. If I filled it up and I could do some hiking, you know, through the, I can take it with me. Just got some playing cards because being bored, and you know, these are PVC playing cards from Expedition. They're just something to have around, you know, if you're sitting waiting for time. I've got a couple things of water. They're just emergency water. They're really good for first aid if you want to clean a wound, and that's kind of why I have them. But I do have the water for purification if I need it. And then this is from another kit. I did a $10 challenge where I tried to buy stuff at the dollar store. And one of the things that I bought was this bright red rectangle tablecloth for shelter. Well, I just put it in this bag because it's a nice bright red, and I can use it for shelter if I need to, but it's also something that you can use for signaling, you know, if someone is trying, you know, you're trying to get someone to help you out. So that's just a quick bug out bag that I have. It's not really anything special, but you know, it's in my truck and I've got it, and if I need it, if something were to happen or I got stuck somewhere, well, you know, I could survive for a few days. Wouldn't be the warmest because I don't really have anything but the emergency blankets, and in a real bad wind situation, which you might get, or the snow, you definitely need to be able to make a fire, which I can do. And so I'm just building on it, but you know, they're just small things that you do, and it's not, you know, it's not the end all be all. It's just something that I have in my truck, and you know, I just take it with me. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hey, this is Perry on YouTube. Have a great day.